we're going to just quickly... I've asked Levi to rank his top 5 strikers in the league. So if I've got this right, we're doing it off... I'm not just going off current form, so we're not going to put like someone that's got like so many goals this season. We're going off like who we think are the... If you went, who are the best strikers in the Prem?
Yeah.
Without looking at form, this is who you come out with.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So I've got 1 through 5, and obviously just my personal opinion. I've not even looked at stats, nothing like that. I actually, found this quite difficult.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that many brilliant number 9s. I think a lot of them are wide forward players.
Yeah, so I've put one in that you think is a winger anyway. But I think if you stuck the person that I think that you think's a winger, if you stuck him up front, I think he's better than most of them in the Prem. Because I was like you, that there's not many that we've got in the Prem.
I've strictly only picked players that I think are out and out strikers.
Yeah.
Even so.
Well, I have, apart from that one, that's all.
Right. So, do you want to go 5 through to 1?
You say yours first, and I'll say mine.
But from 5th to 1st?
Yeah.
So I've got, in 5th, I've got your mate, Ollie Watkins, in 5th.
Get out.
More just to annoy you more than anything. But
get out.
When I was looking at it, I thought, since he's been in the Premier League, when he come up with Brentford,
yeah,
then he got the move to Villa. I think he's been pretty consistent the whole time. And again, it sounds a bit crazy putting in the top 5, but I really don't think there's a lot of good number 9s that really impress me. And I think when he's at his best, I think he's one of the best. Obviously, why I've put him in at 5th.
He doesn't make my top 5.
No, he does for me,
and that's not just me being bitter. I generally think he's wasteful. I don't think.
I think he's wasteful, but I think the pool of strikers is that shit that he still gets in. I don't think there's a lot of good ones in there.
Let's see if you've missed one. Actually, go on, Karen.
Number 4, I've gone for Alexander Isak.
Right.
I know that he does get a bit of pitch time out on the wing.
Yeah.
But I think he's better. He's a better football player than Callum Wilson, who doesn't get in my list. Spoiler alert. I think since he's come in, he's been so exciting. I can't understand how he doesn't play every week.
Yeah.
Been really impressed with him. Number 3, I've got Ivan Toney. I know he's not available at the moment, but I think when he is available to be picked every game, I think there's only a few better than him on his day. I think he is also in his prime. I think we'll see a decline from him at some point.
Yeah.
Because he's getting older.
So I forgot about Tony. Do you know, 'cause he's just been out.
Around, yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot about him, but I'll stick with my decision. But I mean, if I was going to put Tony in mine, I'd probably put him 5th.
We both know who number 1 is, so number 1's a bit pointless.
So yeah, Haaland, right?
Yeah.
Let's get that out of the way. Okay.
But so number 2 is Julian Alvarez.
Okay.
For me, I don't think it's incredible how good he is. The fact that last season, for a lot of the time, he wasn't even a starting forward in the Premier League because Haaland was so good. But I think he takes the number 9 shirt for any other Premier League team and starts every week.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a few omissions I've got there. I thought about Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool have a striker. I think all of their forwards are wide forwards, and until one of them starts to play there consistently, I can't, in my head, compute one of them as being a striker.
I do think Nunes is starting to become that, though, now.
I think that's who it should be. But I think there's a world where Cody Gakpo could be the number 9 for Liverpool moving forward.
I didn't really rate Gakpo, but...
I don't think Chelsea have any eligible candidates. I think Højlund is far too soon to put him anywhere near those players.
No, he's got a lot of way to go, hasn't he?
I think someone like Wilson is okay. Not better than the other players I mentioned for me personally.
Right. So, let me do mine. So, 5th, Wilson.
Yeah, I thought you'd have him in your list.
I think he's better than Isak as a striker at the moment.
I think.
I know I'm not going off form, but I just think if I was picking one of them two, he impresses me the most as a striker.
I think he's good because he's certainly been. He was good at Bournemouth as well for a spell, and we've seen the longevity. But I think as a footballer, from what I've seen from Isak, I think he's so much better, and his height's so much higher than Wilson's. But obviously, I mean, maybe Eddie Howe even agrees with you because he doesn't play him.
Yeah. Right, I'll go 4. Jesus.
Nah, he stinks.
I do think if you play him up front, I do think he is really good still. I think he's better than most. If you were going to be picky, you'd swap him out and put Isak there.
I think if Arteta could pick Watkins, he would start as number 9 ahead of Jesus for Arsenal. And I could see that being a potential move they make.
Well, I hope so, because then Arsenal will be worse.
But no, I don't think he's as good as Watkins. Not as a number 9.
Right.
I think he's a better footballer.
Yeah.
But
number 3, I've got Nunes.
oh my God, that is a stinker.
I honestly think Nunes is like one of the best strikers in the Prem.
I really like Darwin Núñez, but at the minute, I don't know what position he's supposed to play.
He needs to start. Obviously, I know strikers, your main thing you look for in a striker is finishing.
Yeah, his conversion rate's poor so far.
Yeah, but if I was looking at a player that I'd love to go up top for me, I would love Nunes to be up top.
I like him, and I think there's a world where next season, maybe I would agree with you, but right now I don't.
Okay. Well, at least you'll agree on these two.
Unless you've got them the other way around.
I've actually got Haaland 5th. No, I've got Alvarez and Haaland. Them two are just, they've got to be top. This list could have easily gone my bottom 2, Newcastle, and top 2, City, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it hasn't gone that way. Yeah, them two up top. I don't think you can have anything different, to be honest.
I don't think there's an awful lot of honourable mentions. I think Evan Ferguson, potentially in the future. I think we've seen the quality, but I've not seen enough of him to put.
Yeah, I was debating Ferguson. I was like, no, I'm not seeing much from him. And I watched Aston Villa v Brighton on Saturday, and Ferguson was non-existent, really.
Yeah, I think he's the player with the potential to be one of the best, but not there yet.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's that many other players that we've left out. I think the number 9s are, a lot of them are pretty dross.
Yeah.
Like the, what's his name? Awani from Forest. Yeah. He's not a top 5. He started well.
Yeah. If you put like a top 10, he's in there, isn't he? So.
Yeah.